Okay, today we are going to make a sculpture. A sculpture is something that has some thickness to it. So it's not flat. We talked about that. This is a snowman. This is a snowman. And I'm going to show you how to make these with a homemade Play-Doh. So we're going to each have a little ball of Play-Doh. You'll get to pick one other color to use. There'll be some pipe cleaners cut for you. We've got some googly eyes and some beads, more beads, and also some toothpicks, and I'll show you what those are for in a minute. So here we go. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to just I'm going to just make a two-balled snowman. So I want to get a little piece out, and I want to squish it together really good. And then I want to kind of roll it in my hands to make it nice and smooth. Or you can roll it on the table to make it nice and smooth. But I want to have a nice round ball. Just like that. Okay? And look at nice, pretty smooth. So I'm going to put it down. I'll flatten it a little bit by tapping it down on my paper so that it gets a little bit of a flat bottom so that it'll set really nice. Okay, now I need a smaller piece for another ball, and I'll squish it together. And I'll roll it. I'll move that over. Roll this a little bit to make it round as I can get it. Don't need to rush. There we go. There, that's a pretty good round ball. And then I also want to make this top a little flat and this side a little flat where I'm going to put it together so that they stick together nice. So I am going to flatten this side of my ball a little bit too by tapping it. So you can see it's got a little flat spot there. And I still have the flat spot over here. So I have a flat spot on that one, and I'm going to put a flat spot on this one too. There, flat spot. Now, so that it stays together better, I'm going to take a couple of toothpicks. I'm going to put the toothpick in this flat spot. Push it down pretty far, maybe even a little farther. And another one. If these are too long, we can just break them a little bit too. So I can just break this toothpick if it's too long. And I'll push another toothpick in there. This is going to help hold mine together. So I'll take the two flat sides, and I'm now going to push this head on. There, that'll help it stay. And I like to push it together a little bit. There we go. All right, so I've got my snowman. I'm just going to lay it down so you can see it. All right, so now I want to make his face. So I'm going to take, I think I'll make an orange carrot for his nose. See? Then I'm going to take the googly eyes and push them in. Googly eyes in. Now, and then I can make, I think what I'm going to do is make a mouth later. I'll show you that in a little bit. Now I can put buttons on, and I've got these cool things that I can use for buttons if I wanted to push that in for a button. Or I've got these other beads. I could pick some colors, so maybe I'll do that and make some buttons on my snowman. There. All right, there's my snowman. Nice. Now, to make his arms, I think I'll use brown. So this might be tricky, a little bit tricky for some of you, but if I want to make two hands on it, I have to take two pieces here and kind of wrap them around each other. And that's kind of tricky to help make them stay. So I just take it and twist my pipe cleaner, and then I can arrange his hands however I want. So I'll show you that again. I'll take this, and I'm just going to twist it together, like a twist tie on a bread when you're opening bread or something. All right, so I think that's going to be his other hand, and I'll shape him how I want. And I'll put one arm in here and one arm in there. There, just push them right in, and there's my snowman so far. But I want to have a hat, so I'm going to use this other color to make a hat. So I don't need very much. I think I'm going to make a hat with ear flaps. You know how you've got hats that come across on your head? So here's one ear flap. I'll put that on there. Just squish it on real tight. See, there's an ear flap. And you can make a top hat like this. I would just put a toothpick through here. I'll show you that in a minute. Or this one just has a stocking hat with a little ball on the top. You can do that. I'll show you some different hats. There's his other ear flap. Let's see. I'm going to squish this. Let's see, how can I put a hat on? I could put a hat like this. There, he's got a hat. Kind of looks like hair. Ooh, look at that. And maybe I want a bill on his hat. So I'm just going to shape it however I want. Oh, look, he's got something stuck on his hat. And put a little bill on his hat. And I'm going to just squish it together. See how I squish that together? There we go. See, now he's got his winter hat on with ear flaps. And I can take this with my finger and squish it together. And squish it together and smooth it out a little bit. There. There's his little hat. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a ball on the top of his head. Yeah, I'm going to make his hat have a little thing on it. All right, so there's my snowman. Now he's got to dry. So I'll just let him right here. And I'm going to put my name on a piece of paper so I know it's mine. And I'll set my guy right here. Oh, I forgot. I have to show you his mouth. Just a minute. Okay, I forgot to do his mouth. I'm just going to draw his mouth on with little dots like pieces of coal with a with a marker. There we go. That is my snowman. That says Mrs. O. And then I'm going to set him right there, squish him down, and let my snowman dry.